That's got to be on the different sound. I'll do this.
What's that, fucking King of the Hill?
It's
No,
Jackass.
that's Jackass, you jackass. And we're back. So, Tim, I have a quick
Yes.
note for you. I was downstairs getting a drink while we took the break. And I was talking with my wife about you fingering men's assholes. Now, she took a couple of years.
I don't actually do it. I just think of situations where I could be in where I could kind of get away with it.
Yeah.
So you won't have anything near your mouth that's phallic shaped, but you constantly think of putting your finger in guys' assholes.
Right. So she took a couple of years of this Korean martial art called Kuk-Sul, I guess.
Okay.
And one of the things that they teach you in Kuk-Sul is that you can punch somebody in their taint with like one knuckle sticking out, and it'll fuck them up, right?
Dude,
And
you
then-
get fucking taint punched? Come on.
And then she said she saw some demonstration where a dude was like going into shock or something, and somebody punched him in his taint, and it snapped him
And
out.
they woke him up by sticking a finger in his ass, right?
Yep. So, Tim,
Vindication.
yes. So it wasn't in his asshole, it was his taint. But
Close
I'll
enough.
give you this one, okay?
They're neighbors.
Yeah, they're literally next door to each other. So, where we left off, Yaz had escaped the pig pen, and she made her way up to the surface. But it doesn't go too well for her when she gets to the surface, because yet again, with the Texas Chainsaw Massacre and House of a Thousand Corpses style references here, she finally kind of gets rescued, quote unquote. A truck picks her up.
Just a word of advice to anybody. If you're ever in a situation like that and you get away,
Don't
let
walk
the
down the middle of
first
the
car.
fucking road.
No, let the first car that goes by, just let it pass you. Hide. Go for the
Yeah.
second or the third car.
Yeah.
Although there
For the
wasn't
first car.
anywhere to hide in her defense. There was
True,
nothing
true.
but short
It's out
grass
in the
around
open.
there.
There's no foliage or anything. Although she was
Although
covered
I
in
think-
shit, so she could have just laid on the ground and looked like a pile of shit.
I think what I would have done was gone for those trees you can see.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
like
that'd be
just
a better move.
go just like hide, hunker down, and then like hop from tree, cops to tree cops.
Yeah, I'll tell you who's not going to be hopping from tree to tree, though, is poor
Oh,
poopy
yeah.
Alex, because Father and the crew, they all head downstairs.
Is that a
And
dog
they-
scratching itself?
No, that's Candice
Oh, can
scratching
you hear that?
herself.
Sorry.
Yeah.
we mute my mic.
I was like, it's either that or it's Tim just furiously jerking.
Tim's fucking beating his dick.
I
Yeah.
have myself muted because I was filling up my volcano bag. See?
Then what do they do to Alex after that? So they punish
So-
Alex because
she
what's her face
escaped.
runs away.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's so
yeah.
weird.
And the punishment, pretty rough. They flip him over and they stuff their finger in his ass. Now, I'm not...
You know what? I think we could all agree that would be a more preferable fucking
Oh.
punishment than what happens, right?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather take a mandingo than someone do that. What they do to him.
Dude, you could... First of all, when the old man says, get my pliers, I didn't expect them to be that fucking big.
Yeah, those aren't pliers. Those are bolt cutters.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they get the bolt cutters out, and you're like, oh, this is not going to end well. They snip his fucking Achilles tendons.
Yeah. What's even worse is there's a part where he first of all the Nazis just chewing up the scenery like y'all said, and
Oh,
like
yeah.
he cuts it and then he just kind of keeps kind of digging in there, and I'm like, bro.
Yeah. All right, question.
Yeah.
What is the worst part of your body that something like that can happen to?
Dick.
Well,
Yeah, yeah, you're dead.
no, you know what? I think, well, maybe because I'm 53, or soon going to be.
So your
I
dick
think at
is
this
useless.
point, I would give up my dick on my fucking Achilles heel.
What? You're so
That,
stupid.
there's
dude.
something about the Achilles heel that just gets me. It might have been fucking Pet Cemetery when fucking Gage cuts the old man's fucking heel from underneath the bed. But there's
Ooh,
just
yeah, that's a good
something
one.
about the Achilles heel that just It is for me. It is the one thing that, like, when I see it, I just like I can't fucking stand watching it.
I mean, here's the thing, Tim. You can get that repaired, but you cannot get your dick sewn back on. I mean, maybe you could, but
Tell
I think
that to that
easier.
Bobbitt guy. He did it, and he made a couple of
that's
movies.
true.
It's possible, I know,
Yeah,
but I
that's
just
true,
think it's
Bobbitt,
easier to
yeah.
get your Achilles
Franken
tendon.
Yobo.
You just have a Frankencock.
Hydraulic.
Look, it is a fucking party conversation starter, right? And you know how many women are just going to ask to see it just out of curiosity?
So Tim's cock's gonna be black, but with ginger pubes.
You know, Tim, you could just lie. Well, I guess you also have like a plausible deniability. You could be like, yeah, they had to give me a different dick. My dick was way bigger than this.
And then you know what? I could tell my wife, hey, look, the dick is possessed. It made me do it.
Look, yeah. I can't control this fucking thing.
Haven't
Oh,
you
it's
ever
like-
seen that movie Body Parts?
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
like
God,
it's
yeah.
like idle hands. It just rips off your crotch and just starts fucking people at night.
It's active cock. It's not idle hands. So what about you, Candice? What's the worst thing that they could snip on you?
I would have to say my clit.
Oh yeah,
You guys are talking about your dicks. Wouldn't want to lose that.
Damn.
Yeah, that's like the best spot.
Candice is
initially-
keeping it real.
Initially, I was thinking like you could go with your titty balls, or
Well, you can lose. You know what? You can get implants.
that's true. Yeah, can't
You
really
can get like
another
those
clit.
falsies.
Yeah,
Yeah, especially that's a lot of nerve endings. A lot of
Yeah,
nerve
it's like
endings.
impossible to replace that. Or
Yeah.
at least not now. Yeah, that would be a rough one for sure.
Yeah.
But for Yobo, it's his Achilles heel.
That's so weird, Yobo.
Oh,
that
no,
you would
how about
rather-
your taint?
Oh, what if somebody
Oh.
split the fucking
Okay,
remove
all
the
right, you know what? I
partition?
just invented a new thing that's got my balls hitching up even more. The taint.
Taint splitter.
Yeah.
Damn, just to cut that. Yeah, that's like the neutral zone of the body, dude.
Which, oh my God. All right, Eddie. Why did I just think of Chris Chan?
Oh God.
Because you're fucking weird.
Yeah, because you got problems.
No, because I'm
Tim.
watching the history of Chris Chan on YouTube, getting ready for the show.
Oh, no.
And I think at one point, didn't they do that?
Yeah, so we'll get to that, what Chris Chan did.
Okay.
Instead, I'm going to divert the attention here real quickly as the host, and I'm going to say, you know what they could do with a lady with that is they could make an open floor plan between the anus and the vagina, if you know what I mean. You just kind of snip between. You do the... it's like what happens to some broads when they're giving birth.
That's true.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
Yeah,
touch
There's a
it
this.
can
blowout?
rip you open.
Yeah,
you
they
can
get
have
a...
it can rip you open.
Yep, and then you just got a cloaca, Tim.
No, they sew it back up.
A trick pussy.
Shut up. I was trying to trick Tim. God damn it. Candice, you're such a stickler. So,
She just can't stop actually.
Yeah, she's Candicepedia, dude.
I've been flirting with the idea of just stupidly making a wiki for the podcast and putting dumb shit in it. So,
The fact that I would be able to go in to make little things,
yeah.
that would be fun.
Little annotations.
that's
Yeah, little
so
annotations.
there's that, and then the other idea I had was, you know, those how they make like the kids bop or whatever. So it's like a child's version of an adult song. I was thinking about making an adult's bop. So I take a bunch of like public domain kids songs, and then I just insert like ass.
And that
Mary
Barney song
had
is going to have a whole new meaning.
it was like Mary had a little cunt.
God, I
Dude,
think
that's
the
gonna
cops
put
would be called
Yeah,
on
that's
you.
gonna put you on a list, Eddie. And you're already on enough lists. Like we don't need you on that list.
That's a good point. I'll have to have like some sort of a stage name I release it under.
Yeah,
I
we're
just like that it would-
recovering from Wild Beast. Come on.
Yeah.
I just like the idea of it sounding happy that it's Eddie's voice. Mary had a little cunt. Little
Pussy.
cunt.
No, I'll have to
Put
get
that shit
Tim
through
with the
auto-tune.
pussy. Oh yeah,
like
put my
that.
voice through auto tune. That's a great idea. It wouldn't work. I've tried. The computer overheats. So they cut his Achilles heels, and Tim's like, "That's the worst thing you could cut on a body."
Yeah.
Except for the taint. I think I found that the new worst thing is the taint.
Yep. And by the way, Eve is not liking this. She's kind of wincing.
Yeah.
oh,
she's
she's
showing-
not-
She's not into the pain.
No,
she's a little
she's not.
softer.
She's crying, actually.
So yeah, Getz picks up Yaz on the surface,
Well,
and
you skipped over a nice Nazi part, because
Okay.
when he's done clipping,
A
the
nice
Nazi dude's done
part.
clipping his heels, he says, work will set you free. And does anybody know where that came from?
yeah, Auschwitz.
Rudy
Yeah,
Giuliani's
exactly.
office as Attorney General back in the 90s. Look it
God
up. He
damn.
actually had that when he arrested some Jewish
What?
Holocaust survivor. He had that
Jesus.
written on a chalkboard in the room that they were interrogating him.
Whoa, what the fuck?
Yeah,
I didn't know
Giuliani.
that.
Yeah,
God damn. Okay.
the Russian mafia's Attorney General got rid of the New York Italian mob, so the Russian mob could take over in New York.
So yeah, what Candice is referencing is that at the entryway to Auschwitz, the concentration camp, it said, "Work will set you free" in German.
It's never a good sign when you see something like that.
You know what that reminds me of? All the businesses that you go to when you get a like fucking corporate gig, and they're all like, "What's best for the company?" It's like the same fucking no, fuck the company, fuck you.
Yep.
Yeah. So, yeah, Triple H looking motherfucker turnbuckles her dome into the fucking dash a few times. And you get the crowd chanting, you know, when the wrestler hits him in the turnbuckle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
He might be the
Stephanie
best.
comes out and beats the shit out of her.
He
Yeah.
might be the best character. Like,
He
and
really
horror movie.
is.
Yeah, like he really kind of is the nucleus of this movie because he is terrifying as shit.
He's fucking great, dude. Him,
Yeah, he is.
It's between him and the father. Those are my two
Yeah.
favorites.
They're pretty
100%.
good.
Yeah, but the father's an old man, so some new blast
not as
take over,
intimidating.
right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, knocks her ass out, and then they bring her back into the pig pen. And they're like, all right, well, we punished Alex for you escaping, right? So now we're going to punish Alex again in front of you by just fucking shooting him in his head.
Yep. Just execute his ass. Damn.
Yeah. And with one of those old fucking Nazi pistols, too, man.
Yes, of course. I was like, of course he has that stupid pistol.
One of those old fucking Walthers or whatever.
Yeah.
Aren't they Lugers?
Luger.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah, no, Walther is the James Bond gun. So,
okay.
yeah. So she's dead, and now the women folk have taken Yaz out, and they're getting her ready. She's getting her glow up on.
Yeah, they wash her off.
They're giving her a makeover.
Yeah.
Get her glow.
Oh, I need the Queer Eye for the Straight Guy music right here.
Honey, you are a mess.
We are going to have to do something about that hair.
Because father doesn't like black hair.
And by the way, her hair is gorgeous.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
Yeah, after
Yeah,
they cut
the
it.
second worst
Hey,
thing to
who-
get cut in this movie for me.
Who would have thought that I would have mentioned hair before Tim?
That's a good point, Tim.
Yeah, wow. I
See?
surprised
I'm rubbing
myself.
off on you.
No, you better.
Well, I think the reason they're so lenient, even though her skin's a little dusky, is because she is beautiful.
She is gorgeous.
Oh, yeah,
Yes.
Candice?
I never heard dusky skin. Oh man, I'm gonna start saying that. When someone
reading
asks me,
books.
You've never listened to a Jim Morrison song.
I guess
Just got
not.
to live in the South. You'll hear all about different kinds of
Here
skin.
comes
let
that.
me tell
Here
you.
comes that dusky fella.
A couple dusky boys
Oh,
were trying
man.
to sell me
Speaking-
loose cigarettes.
Speaking of living in the South, there's so many times that I've heard an expression, or my husband has said an expression, and I'm like, don't say that. He used the word uppity, talking to one of his coworkers, and they're all white. But I'm like, you shouldn't say that a
Yeah,
lot. He's like, what
that's
are you
a tough
talking
one.
about? I'm like, you really shouldn't use the term uppity so freely like that. And he's like, what?
Yeah.
Why? And I had to explain to him the connotation. He's like, I've never heard that before. I was like, well, I mean, that just shows where I come from.
All right, well, you're hearing it now, just so you know. Refrain from that one. And also, by the way, next time somebody is taking too long in front of you in line, don't call them. I'm like, whoa,
Damn.
Candice.
I once had someone tell me that I'm the tone of when their toast is perfectly done, and I didn't know what to say to that.
Is that
That's
wow?
complimentary.
Damn.
I guess so.
Was it a hot
Really?
chick?
No, it was a guy.
Oh, well,
So-
then you punch him in the face.
Oh, well, yeah, you shove your finger up his ass and tell him to fuck off.
That's an immediate shove your finger up an ass move right
Kick
there.
him in the taint. If he passes out and goes into shock, that's when you stick your finger up his ass.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Otherwise, it's manslaughter.
Yeah,
Dude
I didn't know
told you
what
that?
to.
You were
yes.
like perfectly toasted.
Yes, I was like, and he was a white guy, so I was like,
Yeah, no shit. Of course it was
to say to that.
Daniel. I did not assume that it was not a white guy.
Okay.
That is some dumb white people shit right there.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I know how I can compliment somebody and not sound like a racist. Oh, wait.
You look like when my toast is done.
You should have said, like, he looks like when whiteout
But see,
starts
that's the
solidifying.
thing is, in that idiot's mind, he's giving you a compliment because, I mean, he likes his toast that way because that's the way he
Right.
has it done.
Yeah,
right?
in his mind, it's totally a compliment. Yeah.
Hey, thank God you're not burnt.
Yeah, that's true.
My God.
He wasn't a Mormon, was he? Because there's a whole... Yeah, never mind. Anyhow, so...
Eddie and his damn Mormons.
Yeah,
I
they're
know.
weird, man. They're fucking weird.
We went off on Mormons the last time I was on this show.
You know what?
fucking
They
weird,
kind of
man.
deserve it.
A little
my
bit.
God.
Look,
yeah.
they're all going to die, and they're going to leave this planet for a different planet that Zeno gives them, right? So, oh wait, was that
No,
the other
Xenu is
one?
What?
the Church of
It's
Scientology.
Scientology,
Tim.
dude. They're the ones
Yeah,
that
wait,
are
no, hold
about
on.
the
Don't
spaceship.
Mormons also believe that they get their own planet?
Yes, they believe that they're all going to be gods of, but not all of them because there's only like a certain like 10,000.
I think
or
they've already met
whatever.
the number, yeah.
So then why... wait, hold on. I'm standing
God.
in line outside GameStop to buy an Xbox
And it's
X,
too
and
late
they
to
only
get
have
it.
3 of them, and I'm like 33 in line?
Yeah, exactly, Tim. But the thing is, it's not every one of them that dies goes there. Only the real ones. So you might be the last real one. So it's like you're given a raffle ticket in line.
JWs are kind of like that too. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Like
true.
apparently all the ones
Yeah,
that were
that's right,
supposed to
there's
go
a
to heaven
certain
have
amount,
already
yeah.
gone to heaven. Yeah.
That part's not true. There's 100,000 that will actually go to heaven. Everybody else will just be resurrected after Armageddon on this earth in its perfect paradise.
Yeah. Sounds fun.
So which
I think
one
it's
is a
worth
better
not
deal?
celebrating your birthday for that.
Yeah. We're trading in Halloween for that, sure.
Yeah, fuck it, right?
Do you want to die and go to heaven, or do you want to be resurrected and live on Earth as a paradise? Which...
I choose oblivion. I'll just have not existing.
I mean, what's
anymore.
the
I think that's
difference?
better.
Yeah.
Oh,
no,
but if you're in heaven, you're part of the government of like the new Earth.
Oh, so you get to watch everybody.
So you're the
That's
power-hungry one. Okay.
there you
Yeah,
go.
you're like the judges and the leaders
So-
and the governors and
So
stuff.
this is the spin-off podcast we need. You've seen like Drunk History. We need like high philosophy. With Tim Yobo.
If it's like Bachelor in Paradise, I'm down for.
Oh yeah.
I just want to be in Mexico on an island with a bunch of hot women.
I always said with those, there was that one, the what's the one, the Temptation Island, where it's just a
Temptation.
bunch of hot people that are gonna fuck. I always thought it'd be funny if they just threw like one Milton from Office Space looking motherfucker in there who was just never getting laid.
Oh,
You know,
he's
Bachelor-
the ringer, so that the
so-
producers never have to pay off, right?
Yeah.
So I know Joke actually do. It's weird. It's totally against my brand, but I do watch Bachelor in Paradise, and there was a season where they had a.
You have a brand?
I mean, yeah, I guess I do. They had an older gentleman, an older adult. He's like probably 69 or 70 something.
Like a
years old.
Yobo type. Yeah.
Yeah, and they brought this guy on
You
the
know he's
island.
gonna, no matter how old he is, he's gonna say he's 69.
But you know what? He was a smooth talker. I'll tell you that.
That's all it takes. That's a
Yeah.
good point.
Experience.
He looked
Yep.
like a soggy cornflake, but you know, he had
Yep.
stories.
Even though he'd rather have his fucking dick cut off than his Achilles heel, but you know he can still fucking smooth talk him.
Yeah.
Look, you only have one dick, but you have 2 Achilles heels, right?
Yeah, that's true. I guess you have one of those Achilles heels to spare then, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we go back to dinner.
Oh, that's where we're
And-
at. Okay, I totally forgot.
Oh,
where the
I was
fuck we
gonna
were.
mention so they start the Eve when she's
Oh,
given.
yeah. Let's get into Eve's
giving her the
story,
glow up.
Candice, please.
Oh yeah, so Eve said that she was taken from her family. Her family gave her to these Nazis freely because they said they were going to take care of her and give her a good life and promised her that they were going to come back for her someday. So she's been a child bride, I'm guessing. She's had 4 kids and every single one of them has been mutated.
She's had
Why?
4 kids with
Hans,
Hans. Yes.
the big boy.
Wait, hold on a second. How does that make any fucking sense? Why doesn't the number 1 son or the old man get it? Why would you give it to fucking Hans?
So
Well, she's got a hunchback.
Yeah, one, let's just say she might have already been inbred, and then Hans is definitely inbred, and so we're rolling those two
He
together.
doesn't speak.
Yeah.
He doesn't say any words.
True.
He seems kind of simple.
Yeah. So, I mean, you're already not dealing with the cream of the crop here, right? So then we find out that their kids
Or
are
the creatures.
the things in the mine. And I'm like, okay, noted. Thank
Yeah.
you.
If I saw
But
that
I
kid, I'd
was-
say he's not mine.
I was thinking,
damn
even
it.
So dumb.
with genetic abnormalities like that and hereditary diseases, the chances of every single one of your kids being mutated is almost impossible.
Yeah.
Every
Everyone-
single
yeah.
one of them. I was like, what were they mining there? Mercury?
That,
Like,
oh,
how is it that
good
every
point.
single one of their kids was fucked
well,
up?
you might have hit on something there, Can. That's right.
I mean, they've been
Maybe
eating
it's the
humans,
environment, not the blood.
too. They might have like a prion or something from all the human meat they're eating.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of elements involved in where they're living.
A lot of problems. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's probably not eating her prenatal vitamins and going
That's
to a
true.
checkup and all that
That's
stuff.
true.
Right?
Yeah.
Her baby mama yoga.
Yeah. Oh God. She's not
I mean,
having her
she's eating
fucking green
placenta
drinks.
before she even
and-
had the baby, so that can't help.
That could be a problem.
True. Right from the source, man.
Everyone get your placenta jerky.
Fucking
Yes.
don't eat placenta. Fucking people. God damn it. Don't eat placenta. Don't.
Is there any? Here, let me just ask everybody else a question. Is there anything that comes out of your body, one way or another, that you should probably eat? No.
That's true.
No.
It's leaving your body for a reason.
Yep.
Very good point.
No placenta parmesan for me, please.
Although the
that-
placenta has a lot of stem cells in it.
No.
You know what, Candice? Guess what has a lot of protein in it too, but sometimes that's hard to swallow.
It doesn't actually have a lot of protein in it. It's basically mucus.
I mean, I feel like anything that comes out of your
Ew.
body. I feel like anything that comes out of your body should definitely smell it, at least. Right?
Yeah.
Like, why not? I mean, it's not going to
I
hurt
mean,
anybody.
Well, that's
Just
like
give
a
it little
caveman
scent.
thing. Like, caveman would
Yeah.
look at their poop and be like, wow, my poop's fucked up. I better not eat that again.
Yeah,
See?
give it a little sniff
Nature
sniff.
provides.
Nature provides. Yeah, Tim. That's the lesson there.
You need to tattoo that on yourself. Nature provides on your back. We'll trim
And don't finger me like the don't tread on me flag, but it's with an asshole.
Unless I'm in shock, then it's
Unless
okay.
I'm in shock, then yeah. Then
But wait,
save
what
my...
if you go into shock because somebody stuck a finger up your ass? How does that work?
Ooh, that's a
yeah.
good question, Tim. I guess then you need a popper. It'll loosen up your asshole. So now we have this dinner scene, and there's a lot of tension, right? Because Getz and Carl are both kind of vying for number one here, right? But Father has decided that Carl is going to take over as the head of the family. And by the way, we're just carving up, I believe, Tom, because at this time Alex is still in his salt bath for dinner. And I love that the father is introducing Yaz to the dinner. She's like,
I think
"Oh,
you
and
guys knew
here's
each
dinner.
other.
I believe you've met before."
Yeah, that was rough.
And
Ew.
then And I got to admit, it looks all right. It's a little overdone, but it looks okay. As they're carving off with the knife the little strips of the barbecued meat. And then Father's like, all right, get up, Carl. Carl stands up. He's like, all right, get your girl up, Carl. Tell her to stand up. And Yaz is like, nah, fuck that. I'm not doing it. Disrespects the father, by the way. And Yaz gets just kind of yanked up, and the father's like, all right, you two got a kiss in front of us. And I'm like, what? Okay. Now you guys are just being creepy. Right? First of all, you were Nazis that were cannibals. I get it. Now you like want to watch them fuck or something? Like, that's weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's your
it gets
son.
really creepy. And he forces a
that's
smooch
what's going
on
to
her.
creep them out.
Yeah. Was watching his son fuck some broad. So they get into the whole thing about, yeah, we figured out that you're pregnant, and it's cool. If it's a girl, we're going to name her Lily. If it's a boy, we're going to name it
Lilith.
Carl. Lilith?
Yeah,
That's
if
what it
you
said
read
on
the
my
subtitles,
subtitles.
it says Lilith, but he says Lily because it's
Yeah.
French, Lily.
Mm-hmm.
You don't pronounce the last consonants unless there's a vowel after it.
Everyone take another shot.
Yep, there we go.
All right, don't.
We got a
You're
well
going to end up
actually.
yobo drunk.
Yeah. I need like somebody going, actually, and I'm going to put that on the soundboard.
Actually, in
Yeah,
French.
you need to put that.
Actually,
You
it's
need to
Lilith.
put that in the soundboard.
Here, hold on. I've got something that'll work in its place. So yeah, you're right, Candice. It is Lilith, but I was going off the whole Lily White kind of thing.
Yeah.
You
Well,
know, with
is
their-
it Lilith from the Bible? Isn't that...
Not from the Bible.
I'm
It's
pretty
from,
sure Lilith. I think
no,
Lilith was the
it's
first
not.
woman created.
It's
that
from
got kicked out of
Frasier.
heaven
No,
because she was
it's
too...
not.
Yeah, it's from Frasier.
Yeah, it's from
not from the
Frasier.
Bible. It's actually from the Jewish. Oh, they're mystical tomes. I can't remember what they're called. They're not canon, but it's supposed to be that Lilith was the first wife of Adam, and she wanted to have sex on top in the dominant position. So Adam gave her the boot, and she became the mother of all demons.
Did she want to go cowgirl or reverse cowgirl?
I think just cowgirl.
That's
Yeah, reverse cowgirl hadn't been invented yet.
Yeah, that,
But
that
no,
was,
that was great. Everything wasn't invented yet.
that's true.
But no,
yeah.
it's not in the Bible, Tim. Didn't you go to Bible school?
I went to Catholic school.
Do you think he
I
was
fucking
paying
paid
attention? Yeah, exactly.
I couldn't get my head. The two things I couldn't get my head wrapped around is if Adam and Eve were the only two people, they had two sons. Where did everybody else come from?
Well, there were other
And-
people that were just in the different land.
No, they
Actually,
were the
it's-
first two
it's-
people.
It's actually a lot of incest.
Yeah.
Yeah?
So,
Yeah,
but the
that's
other
their
thing that gets me
sisters.
too is that in a book that has giants in it and people living to be like 900 years old and begatting like 1,000 people, God picked to whisper in a 12-year-old girl's ear, which I think it would have been more of a miracle if he whispered into a 129-year-old woman's ear and got her pregnant.
Yeah. He just nutted in a
But, hey, why
12-year-old.
show off?
Way to go, God. God's the real ass dude of the fucking week.
Joseph, the ultimate cuck.
Yeah, the
I didn't
first
fuck
cut.
anybody. I just got it in the ear.
Yeah. In your ear? Yeah, I got you. So Yaz kisses the dude, and it's really sexy. Against her will,
Yeah.
mind you.
Really gross.
But
And
I
we
mean,
ever-
I think she started to like it after a while, right?
That's usually how I find love. Yeah,
I mean, look at the way she was dressed. She was dressed like a bride. So come
Yeah.
on.
She was asking
She's
for
asking
it.
for it.
Tim. And then we just have a nice toast to the pure blood, even though she's not a pure blood, and her kid definitely is not going to be a pure blood. But whatever, you make
You
do.
know, it tracks because when you look at all like the white nationalists and the Nazis in this country now, none of them look like they could actually be a Nazi back in the old days, right? They're all fat,
Well, neither did
overweight,
fucking
pasty.
Hitler.
Yeah.
Like Hitler
Well-
wasn't blonde-haired and blue-eyed.
That's true. Yeah.
What a
I
hypocrite!
read
You
a
know
book.
what? On top of all the shit that Hitler did, he was
What a
also a
Hitler-crit.
hypocrite.
He's a
Wow.
Hitler crit.
Yeah. Total Hitler crit.
That's really the worst thing about him is he was a hypocrite.
It's funny we're talking about this, and I just looked over at my can of bubbly bounce, and it says kosher on it. Just so you know.
Nice.
Bubbly is kosher.
Yeah. Well, it's sparkling water. It's not like there's going to be a fucking ham hock in it. I mean,
It was prepared a certain way, all right?
it wasn't made by Primus or
It's
anything.
soaked in pork fat.
So yeah, then she disrespects father yet again. Very rude. And they toast to the pure blood, but Gaz fucking snags the knife, whips around real quick, and puts it up to father's fucking neck, and she's like, all right, you bitches, I'm gonna fucking slit this motherfucking Nazi pig's throat in front of you all. Eve, open my goddamn door. And it's real fucking tense, because now we got Hans whips out his shotgun, because of course he goes nowhere without that shotgun. We've got Carl with his fucking gun out. And we've got fucking Getz with his gun out, training on each other. But we see that the sibling rivalry doesn't work out too well, because I'm going to say intentionally, Hans shoots father.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah. He's salty.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's
like, stop
saltier than
telling
Alex.
me what to do.
Yeah. And then the minute that happens, Hans gets shot by, it was Getz that shot Hans, right?
This movie has Reservoir Dogs all over it.
It really
Yeah,
does,
a lot
man.
of random bullets going around.
And that freaks out Eve, who fucking runs off. And amid all of this mayhem, the person that they're all like supposed to be suspicious of escapes. So hats off to Yaz for getting the fuck out of there and heading down in the mines.
And Getz, man, he has, I don't know all these different guns, but this dude has a freaking
Yo,
guns.
I had this gun in fucking Call of Duty.
Holy moly.
With the fucking banana clip on top?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty intense. Like,
Yeah.
damn, he looks like a real badass.
He's just machine gunning the shit out of the room.
Yeah, he's not even hitting her. He sucks.
Fucking awesome. Yeah, he's a terrible aim. Like,
Terrible
he's spraying
aim,
and
but-
praying, man. He
Well,
looks
everybody in
cool.
this family, they're fucking Nazi stormtroopers. I mean, like stormtroopers from fucking Star
they
Wars.
can't
They can't
hit
hit
shit.
anything.
No, that's so true. Unless you've got somebody, even when you will find out, have somebody pinned to the ground with a gun trained to their head, you still fuck it up.
Yeah, you can't help
Well,
but just say a couple
I will
lines.
say, though, there is one person in this family
She knows
Who
how
is
to
an
shoot. Somebody
excellent
does, yeah.
shooter. Yeah, we'll get to that. So, yeah, she escapes, heads down into the mines, and we get some of these great fucking Dutch angle shots while they're down there. And goes down. Well,
And
basically,
these are
there's...
huge. It's a fucking cavern down there, right?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you
they've
could drive like
excavated
a
it
fucking
all out.
wide 18-wheeler through this goddamn thing.
Easily, yeah. And there, you see the headlights of fucking automobiles being driven down here. So we have a fun little cat and mouse between Getz and Yaz, ultimately culminating in Yaz in the meat locker with all the long pig that are hanging up. And he fucking just punches her a good one in the face. It's like, oh, yeah, hey, you think you're in charge just because now Carl's in charge and you're his wife. Well, guess what? I don't give a fuck. Punches her a good one, and then field goal kicks her in the face, man. And Triple H is going buck wild.
Yep.
And then he pulls out the table saw. And this fucking table saw.
I'll just say this. I saw this coming.
Well, you know what he didn't see coming, Tim?
Oh,
An axe.
The axe.
an axe.
I like
Yes,
a, and I always like, you don't get these a lot. It's weird, but I like a good axe kill in a gore movie.
Fuck
it is just
yes.
so brutal.
And this
Plus,
axe kill.
Damn, I gotta show you guys a video. Some guy in New York went to a fucking ATM and this guy pulled out a fucking axe and attacked him.
Okay, well, I said in a horror movie.
In a movie, Tim.
I'm not a fucking
New York
monster
City's
person.
kind of riding the subway.
I
through
know.
the horror.
I know. I just don't want to see it.
So yeah,
But I get it. I get
she
that.
whips out that
happens.
axe though, Candice, and what's her move?
She hits him with it?
in the shoe.
Foot.
Candice,
Yeah,
I was trying to be nice because you were about to say something and you got interrupted.
No, I was just gonna point out that it's good, like, axe violence in this movie, because it's not just, I swing the axe and the head comes flying off.
Yeah,
She,
it's
like,
like,
hit-
it looks legit.
Yeah, because, like, if you actually hit somebody with an axe, it's not gonna split them in two immediately unless you're
No,
fucking,
that's just hard work.
So she, like, hits him in the shoe with it, his boot.
Yeah, she cuts his fucking
Splits his foot open.
toes
He goes from
off.
size 12 to size 11 really quick.
Yeah.
Then she hits him in the shoulder with it, and then she hits him in the chest with it.
Yeah, and then she just like jumps on his ass, gives him a crossbody into the fucking saw table that he turned on the saw, by the way. Smart move.
Dumb move,
And-
yeah.
Oh, I mean, because
Is
she
this
was
the
wearing.
best? Is this the best effect in the whole movie?
No,
Might be
this
the-
is the second.
No.
It's one of the best
Yeah.
kills, though. Definitely one of the best.
The best is coming up.
Sequences. It's a really good sequence.
Excellent sequence because she's wearing the wedding dress, and the minute that we see her in this like beautiful white wedding dress, my wife's like, that is going to be covered in blood immediately. And she just gets she goes full fucking Carrie style on this shit because the blood is just spurting up, and then she just forgets how to walk normally.
Yeah, pretty much for the rest of the movie, from here on out, she kind of looks like she's jamming out to some dope-ass techno.
I think
Kinda-
what it is,
she
I
kind of
think
shakes
that
her head
she's
like,
in shock.
Yeah, I
No,
get
she's
it,
definitely
Tim.
in shock.
For God's
So
sakes,
somebody
yes,
needs
I
to stick a
understand.
finger up her ass.
Yeah, she's in shock.
Wait, if you're in shock, can you do that to
Yeah.
yourself? Does it work? Or wait, that's
No,
like
someone
you
else
can't
has to
tickle
do it.
yourself. Yeah,
Yeah.
You can't tickle
That's like-
yourself. You can't finger.
That's like
your
trying to
own
suffocate
ass.
yourself with a pillow. It's impossible. Someone
I
has
mean,
to
you
do it.
can, but it's not the same thing as somebody else.
Yeah.
That's like trying to scare yourself to get rid of hiccups. I don't think
Yeah.
it really works that way.
Trying to give yourself a massage. It doesn't work.
It never feels as good.
They're jacking off.
No, that always feels good.
Yeah, it works.
That's the one thing you can
It's
do to
one- It's one
yourself.
of those
man.
things. Even when it's bad, it's still good.
It's still
That's
good.
true.
You gotta do the stranger. Sit on your hand until it's numb, and
Who came up with that fucking
shit,
thing?
Candice, you just hit on it. Give yourself a stranger up the ass.
there you
Oh
go.
yeah, just make your hand fall asleep and stick your thumb up your butt.
Yeah. I guess you could just get like a broomstick or something. I don't know. So no, she doesn't stranger herself, Tim. She's in shock. She's got a pimp strut, and she's walking around until fucking. Now we've got
She's walking around like a boss.
for
You see the
real.
little sunglasses that pop up on her face.
Well, she doesn't have a cane, but she does have a pickaxe, which is a kind of axe, which is a good move. And she makes her way over to the elevator for the mine shaft, but Carl catches up to her.
This motherfucker.
This
I hate him.
motherfucker. Oh, he gets it. Don't worry.
I can't
Yeah.
stand his character, dude.
Not before he fucking like beats the shit out of her,
Yeah.
pins her down to the ground, puts his boot on her fucking head, and puts the gun. He's got her dead to rights with his gun right to her head. And right as he's about to say
He says
farewell,
like farewell, right? Yeah.
yeah, farewell, we get the best practical effect in the movie.
Yes.
His head, and it comes from behind. His fucking entire head just explodes.
Kind of looks like it was a touch of practical with a little bit of CGI just to
Yes,
help with
it
a little
was.
bit of the splatter, which I
Yeah.
think is great. I think when you're going to use CGI to use it as a supplement is way
Mhm.
better than just going full CGI.
It
Yeah,
basically
you use
pops
it to
like a
supplement.
balloon.
You don't lean on it. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, don't lean
It
on
reminded me
it.
of Maniac from Tom Savini days.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
that was definitely a throwback. A little
See,
callback
that's
to
why
that.
I'm going to give the fucking saw through the throat the top thing for me, because I don't think I've ever seen that before in a movie with
That's
a table
true.
saw.
That was an original one. The table saw through the back and the throat. That was an original fucking kill.
Because
But this
I
one-
expected it to go through his head, and the head was going to split open, but to see it popping out of his fucking throat and his mouth, that was something
was
for me that was
pretty good.
more
Oh, the
like, holy
blood?
shit, instead of the head pop.
Yeah, the blood is intense.
I don't know. I mean, they're both fucking phenomenal.
They're both very good. Well, I think the reason why Carl's death is so good is if you've never seen this movie before, it catches you by surprise. You're like, oh,
Oh,
shit,
yeah.
what the fuck?
Yeah, like I said, as soon as I saw that, I was like, okay, she's going to knock him over and he's going to land on his back and it's going to go through his chest, or she's going to knock him over and it's going to land on his head and it's going to split his head open. But for it to go right in the fucking middle of his fucking jaw and throat, that was really something.
Yeah.
So we zoom back behind her for the establishing shot, and we find out that it was Eve that just
Yeah.
fucking shot his head off.
It's a little young old
Amazing.
lady.
All begins with Eve.
She was very, very upset that Hans was killed. She seemed to genuinely love him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she definitely. That was one of the other reasons she's staying there.
Hey,
for
look,
the
if you
weird
have 4
children and
mutants
him.
with somebody, there's got to be some kind of feelings.
That's a bond.
true.
Oh yeah, yeah. We're
Hey,
making
the
our own.
5th one's going to be the Charm Hands.
We're making our own X-Men team. You know, like
What a fucking basketball team that would be, huh?
Only the thing is, like, they just all have, like, the cleft palates, or they can't open doors, right?
Yeah,
Ba-na-na-na-na.
their powers is they can open jars with their teeth.
Yeah. One of them
They
can
can
do
empty a
70
room.
pull-ups. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
They can shit on command.
They all smell like sour milk. Like,
Put them in front of the bad guy. They're going to make even the worst villain feel uncomfortable.
Well, I gotta say, they're probably one powers. They probably have Daredevil type powers because they're in the dark all day.
that's true. Yeah.
So,
yeah.
They might be able to, you know.
Milky eyes, you know? So she goes to escape. And because, you know, Eve's like, get the hell out of here, motions her to the car. She goes to escape, but no keys. So she's got to run back and get them from Salt Alex, who's in the tub, well salted and curing. And, you know, I mean, if we're just so used to eating people, Hans could probably feed those kids and Eve for a while, right?
Yeah,
He's a big boy.
there's a lot.
Come on, you don't eat your own. That's disgusting.
That's true. That's true. We have to have some decorum, or else what are we? I
They
mean,
got
we might
plenty
be
of meat.
we might be cannibalistic Nazis, but we're not monsters. So she, gets the keys, goes to try to escape, but oh shit, it's the Looney Horror Sisters, and we have a hell of a shootout.
Yeah,
Fucking
a lot of
payback
shooting the
for a woman
air.
is a bitch, huh? Never call a woman a whore.
Never, 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 never. But the note that I have here is Yaz is clearly a gamer. Because
Yeah, she understands turtling really well.
she understands cover mechanics, right?
Yeah.
But she also shoots the exploding barrels behind
She
them,
does.
fucking Half-Life
Yeah, well, she-
style.
Xbox
Did she play-
achievement unlocked. 2
Did she-
Nazis with 1 shot.
Was she playing Time Crisis before she got
Like
into
Area
the
51,
Area
just like-
51? Yeah.
I'm thinking more Wolfenstein.
Wolfenstein.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
always such a big thing. in
The
those old
exploding
shooters.
barrels behind all the fucking people. So stupid.
But
I wonder what
but
was
also,
the first game that did that. Was that Contra?
But you gotta- oh maybe. But you gotta admit, guys, you know, and lady fella or what is it?
Filady.
Filady.
lady. You gotta admit, when you would hit those barrels and those explosive barrels or whatever in those games, it
Yeah.
was so satisfying.
Ooh, it felt
Always
good.
satisfying.
Blow the fucker up.
So good.
And you say, Donkey Kong ain't got shit on my barrels. And so she hops into her
I
whip.
just love how it
and-
just keeps going out there in the universe.
Yep. So she hops
Growing.
into her whip and she rides off into the sunset. But wait,
I wish.
there's more. Because she sees a police blockade. And for
Oh wait, are you
a-
gonna skip the part where she runs into the sister that didn't die? Gilbert, whatever the
Oh,
fuck.
Bridget Bardot.
Gil-
Yeah.
Go for
Oh,
it.
yeah, that's right. You
Gilbert.
skipped over that. Yeah.
Because she actually somehow survives that explosion and
Yeah.
confronts her.
And still looking hot.
Still somehow
Jesus,
looks hot.
damn.
She doesn't even look like Two-Face or anything, which I thought she was going to look like. And they have this battle where she tackles her down and they're
Oh,
punching,
yeah.
and she literally bites her fucking
Yeah.
throat.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh my
Throat
God,
bite.
that's right.
Yeah,
'cause
she
she's
starts
just
by slamming
beating
her head into the
fucking
mud,
head
which
in the
isn't going
mud.
to work.
No.
No,
That's
not going to kill
ineffective.
her. But
Well, see, again, here's where the movie like breaks expectations because I was expecting that she was going to smash her head in the thing, and you're going to see a rock, and that's how she was going to kill her. But
I
nope.
thought she was going to go for the eye
were-
jab.
I just like how
eye
look. I
jab's
was like,
good.
hey, 2 times I can see a movie with 2 women necking. It's always good.
Yeah.
and her fucking that little part where she screams into the sky and then she's just kind of letting the raindrops hit her and she's jamming out to Daft Punk or whatever. I'm like, this is dope. I fucking forgot how much I like this movie because I hadn't
Was
seen
that
it in like 5
CGI
years.
rain?
Yeah,
I
it
think
at
it
some
was.
point it was because it looked like glitter, and I'm like, wow, that's her
Yeah.
cleansing and rebirth. Cool.
Yeah.
So, no, it's awesome, man, because she bites the big chunk out of her fucking throat and then spits it. And
Yeah, you literally
blood
see
and-
the meat come out of her
Oh,
mouth.
it's so good.
It's so good.
Love it. Thanks for reminding me of that one. I love that
problem.
one. But then, yeah, drives off, runs into the police barricade, and for just a brief second, I was hoping that she'd stop the car, right?
Oh,
Take
Let me
Assessment.
bird.
of herself, you know, nut up, get the shoddy out, and just ram into the fucking police barricade and blow her way through it.
Yeah,
But
because
she
at that
doesn't.
point, if you're hurt, can you trust anybody that you see on that fucking road?
Fuck
Because at one
no.
point, doesn't the Nazi Gert... doesn't one of the Gerts calls the son, Carl, and Carl says, he says, we have the road blocked.
Oh,
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Is that what they
Block the
called
road.
yogurt in Germany back then? Nazi Gert?
Nazi Gert? Yeah. There's only one flavor, and it is order. So,
I was going to say vanilla.
vanilla. Yeah, yeah.
We've only like one flavor!
It is not
Vanilla.
kosher. Never.
We use
It's the
blueberries!
only
Blue
yogurt that
ice!
will last 1,000 years, though, in your refrigerator.
Oh, it's just white
But
yogurt
then
with
go
blueberries
bad
for the
after 33
ice?
seconds.
No, it was made bad, Tim.
Oh, God.
Yeah, so she drives up to the police barricade and credits. But we do get a cool after credit scene. Did you guys catch it?
Oh,
No.
I did not.
No.
Really?
I did not. I never knew there was an after credit scene.
So they go back to Eve, right? At the mines.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And she lets they let out some of the mutant children, and they go off to join the royal family. One of them was Prince Charles.
Oh,
my
God.
God.
You're doing a bit.
Man.
I
Like,
hate-
come on. Fucking
This is the
French
thing-
movies don't have stingers.
I know. I was like, I would have known this at this point. Yeah. Oh, my
Well,
God.
what I like is when she gets out of that car, the way that she has the dress on and the way that it's been ripped, when she raises her arms up, it looks like the blood is just streaming, like dripping off of her fucking arms. But it's just the material, the way that they're shooting.
Yeah.
It's beautifully shot.
So
Yeah.
do the cops shoot and kill her?
I guess you'll have to find out in Frontiers 2.
Even fronter.
Even Fronter. Cold Front.
Yeah.
She goes to
When they go
Russia.
to
and-
the, when they go to the Russian border.
yeah.
I was going to say, maybe Frontiers 2 is just called Borders.
Yeah.
Yeah. It works. So clearly, we'd all recommend the movie. Absolutely. 100%. It's
Oh, yeah.
fun.
Totally.
Great gore.
Just be prepared for some things that might trigger you. But if you're listening to this podcast, I guess whatever happens in this movie isn't the worst thing that you could see.
I
I
think
the podcast is worse than the movie.
I think I could have used a
That's
little
true.
more toned down political messaging. Like I kind of like it to be
Yeah.
more woven in a more like not so in my face. Like they were really throwing it at me, but it's still really great. All in all,
It's true. They do front load the political messaging and then kind of lose sight of what they're doing with it when we just get to Nazi cannibals. I
Plus
get
Because at the end of the movie, we find out that the bad guy won the second round of voting,
Yeah.
and he was going to be the new prime minister or president, whatever they have over there.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's just France, so.
Plus, they kind of like they don't really do much with the mutant children.
No,
They
they
like
could have.
set it up, and you kind of see them every once in a while. But...
Well, no, because at one point you do see them drinking the blood off of somebody that's on the table. I forget who it is.
Oh, that's goats or gets or whatever.
Yeah.
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 Gets.
And
Yeah, but,
you know what?
eh.
I think, Candice, I think that's a good thing because what are they going to show us from these mutant kids, right? I mean, all that we see is they kind of look like they're pasty white because they're living in the fucking mine.
Yeah.
And
They kind of act
if
like
they show
Japanese
too much
ghosts.
of them, I think it might look ridiculous.
Yeah, they do
That's
have a
true.
Japanese ghost move going
Yeah,
on.
they kind of
that's
crawl a
fitting.
little bit. It's real creepy. Yeah, I think
And again, it's
keeping
one
them
of those things,
mysterious
the less
is
you
scarier.
see of the monster, the more you
It's
have to fill in
scarier.
for yourself. So I'm sure that whatever
Yeah.
it looked like for me is going to be much worse than what they could have done
Hey, but
with
they're
whatever
not the
money they have for
monster.
special
Like,
effects.
what did they do that's bad?
They didn't do anything bad.
Yeah.
No.
Because they never technically hurt Reed, or at least he was able to fight him off, I
No.
guess.
Yeah,
Plus,
as
they
far,
never-
yeah, as far as they know, they were just like running up and like, hey, let's see if we can scare this guy into sticking a finger off that other guy's
Plus,
ass.
like, plot-wise, they don't have a big hand in things.
No.
You can kind of
No,
take
they're-
the mutant kids out, and it wouldn't
Yeah.
really change the movie.
They were kind of just added for that mine scene,
But it's a fun
Yeah.
touch.
but it's a good scene though. Like it did surprise me. I like you said.
I
Eddie,
do have
didn't
written
expect
down,
that
what
either.
the fuck?
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
holy shit. We're gonna go into this kind of realm. Like damn.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was good stuff.
Well, yeah, man. Daniel, thank you for suggesting it. Otherwise, I wouldn't have seen it. We would be watching Blood Feast and talking about that this week.
Oh,
But
sorry about that.
it's okay
Yeah,
because the
what a bummer.
brothers are going to be
Don't be
coming back
sorry.
next month. And we'll see what they want to cover then, Tim.
Oh, you know what? Thank God, because next month it means it's a different topic, so they can't pick that same movie, right?
That's true.
No Blood Feast?
That's true. Next
That's the
month
magic
is
of themes.
September, which is...
Movies that
You know
people
you
have
love
slept
it.
on.
Yeah, man. Horror movies people slept on. Daniel,
Like
do
falling
you have
asleep or just like not paid attention to?
They didn't get the credit they were due. Daniel, do you have a September pick? What would you call a slept on movie,
Oh.
horror wise?
Shit.
It's hard, right? Because pretty much every good movie has already been like called out.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to think.
You're kidding, right, Tim?
Yeah.
I have
See.
I had trouble just limiting myself to movies that most people I don't
Hold
hear
on.
them talking about it. and
Well,
they're
you're smarter
excellent
than
movies.
I am, Candice. Because I'm like, like, what am I gonna say? What movie didn't get paid? What's a good movie that didn't get attention paid to it at some point in the last 30 years?
Like, have y'all ever seen The Deaths of Ian Stone?
Nope. Never heard of
Nope.
it. Perfect.
So
And it
the
doesn't
deaths,
need any attention at all. Fuck that shit. Fuck that movie.
The Deaths of Ian Stone is one of those I don't hear a lot of people talk about, but it's not an incredibly engulfing, scary movie, but it's actually not a bad concept. It just didn't quite meet it to where it was going to be something that people were going to remember forever, but it's not a bad watch, and I liked it. So that's one of those.
See, that's a slept on movie.
There you go, then. So, Daniel, if people want to hear more of you on the internet, where should they go?
You can go to Instagram at Moustachioed Podcastio. I spell that Moustachio. And you can find out what episodes are coming up. There's plenty of links there to our Discord, and if you want a t-shirt or some bullshit. And you can listen to everyone that's on this show. They all have episodes on the Moustachioed Podcastio, and they're all very good. I actually just got a compliment.
Some more than others, but
I actually got a compliment on Eddie's episode when we did Up in Smoke. A really
that's
good friend of
great.
mine loved it and thought you were hilarious.
Oh, really?
So, yes.
Well, good for them because I'm going to be coming back on.
Yeah, September. You'll be.
In
I'm not sure
September.
exactly what date is coming out, but in
and
September.
whose
we'll
mustache are we going to be covering?
We'll figure that out.
Oh,
but,
I've got it. I've got it for you if you want to know.
Okay.
sir.
Well, no, don't. Let's not leak it yet. Let's wait.
Okay.
Surprises.
I'll give you a
You
hint.
bleep
You'll
it
never
out.
guess. Yeah.
I'm sure I won't.
It's going to be...
oh
Shit.
I know. That was almost the episode we covered today. So, what about you,
fucking
Tim
finally,
and Candice?
Harry Reams comes to the Moustachioed Podcastio.
Nope. So, Tim and Candice, anything you guys want to plug? Tim, you can go
Well,
first.
after this, I'm getting ready to do a couple of mini bins with
Mm-hmm.
Mike and Bobby, because I guess Bobby's back on the mini bins now. And one of them is a mall video from 1983, which the amount of cigarette smoking indoors is just incredible to me.
I miss those
It was
days.
simpler time.
Yeah. Candice, what about you?
Well, I will also be on the Moustachioed Podcastio come September.
Hey, look at you.
Sometime. I don't remember the exact date. I got it written down.
Yeah, yeah.
And I won't say what it is. I've already said it, what it is that we're going to be covering. But that'll be, in September. I think towards the end of September. But other than that, no, I'm just here hanging out with my bloody buddies.
Yep. You can follow us all on Twitter at Yobo Gold, at Eddie the Axe, at Canerick1, and at, what is it, M
It's time for Candace to
Podcastio?
get a new fucking Twitter handle. That's easy.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know, I
come
know.
on. And other than that, I think you can always check us out on the Patreon if you want more of our content at patreon.com/bloodybits.
$5 more gets every week a new mini.
Every other
wait,
week,
Wait, we don't do
Tim.
minis. We do
Every-
the mustachios. Oh wait, no, we don't do that.
every other week you can get a bonus episode if we get one more person. That means I have to do the editing, and I don't want you to. So maybe I'll change the goal level. So
Right before it's cleared, you change it.
yeah,
You're one of those people.
I'm going to set a goal to get Candice kicked off the podcast too.
Oh,
It'll be $10,000 a month.
It's gonna be fucked
we
up because
go.
when she gets her husband's credit card bill and she sees that he paid $5,000.
No, it's going to be $10,000 a month, and I'll give $5,000 of it to her. So I think with that,
Kick
ladies
me
and
off the
gentlemen,
goddamn show.
Daniel, thanks for joining me, man.